The great failed romances of the 20th century. Someone's gotta show you how they went down. The great failed romances of the 20th century. You can learn the truth if you just stick around.
Welcome to the Great Failed Romances of the 20th Century. I'm singer-songwriter and historian Teddy Gray.
And I'm Sam Kaufman. Did I do that? So Teddy, which stars of the silver screen are splitting up today?
Today we'll be tuning into one of Hollywood's most iconic couples, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz.
Oh, Teddy, looks like you've got some mansplaining to do.
You know, he never actually said that on the show.
Do you just hate fun?
No, I don't hate fun, I just hate catchphrases.
Oh. Did I do that?
Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz were already building their careers in Hollywood throughout the 1930s when they met on the set of the musical film Too Many Girls. In spite of there being too many, the only girl that Desi had eyes for was Lucy, and the two immediately fell in love, eloping in 1940.
Despite Lucy being 5 years Desi's senior, it seemed as though nothing could keep the two apart. Lucy's undeniable beauty and wit matched perfectly with Desi's natural charisma and good looks.
Fitting for two such dynamic personalities, the marriage was tumultuous from the very start. There are reports that friends and co-workers placed bets on how long the relationship would last, with many believing that they were too volatile to stay together. It seemed as though their predictions would be proven right, as by 1944, Lucy was already filing for divorce, due to Desi's heavy drinking and numerous infidelities.
She caught him cheating? Oh boy, he must have been like, did I do that?
Between Desi's career on tour as a band leader and Lucy's career in Hollywood, there were often long stretches of time where the two wouldn't even see each other. It seemed that despite their mutual attraction, their relationship was destined to fail.
However, instead of letting their careers drive a wedge between them, the two talked it out and decided to try to use their star power to bring them closer together instead, taking up projects that would allow them to team up.
Lucille Ball had already achieved much success on the radio with her show My Favorite Husband, a series about a ditzy wife and her crazy adventures. When she was tasked with developing a television adaptation of the program, she insisted that her husband be played by her real-life spouse, Desi Arnaz.
Initially, executives were hesitant, fearing that Desi's strong Cuban accent would be off-putting to American audiences. But Lucy stuck to her guns and Desi was cast. Once he found out he'd been offered the role and asked who was responsible for casting him, Lucy is reported to have said, did I do that?
Okay, what are you doing? Are you doing a bit or something? Because it's not funny.
No, it's my new catchphrase. I thought I'd give it a trial run here. What do you think?
What are you talking about?
Did I do that? It's my new catchphrase. I came up with it last weekend.
You trying to be funny or something?
Well, yes, always. But no, I'm being serious.
Alright, well, you do know that "did I do that" was already somebody's catchphrase, right?
What?
Yeah, dude, Urkel from Family Matters?
No way.
Yes way.
Really?
It's probably the most famous catchphrase of all time.
Are you sure?
Yes, but... Can we move on, dude? Can we move on?
I just... Did he do that? I'm sorry, I need a minute.
In 1951, I Love Lucy premiered on CBS, being produced by the couple's own production company, Desilu. It was an immediate hit, with Lucy playing a kooky housewife always getting into various misadventures, and Desi playing the loving but stern husband. The two's on-screen chemistry was better than their off-stage relationship had been for years. The show was groundbreaking not only for its spotlighting of Lucy's comedic genius, but also for being the first sitcom to depict a pregnant woman. While Lucy and Desi already had one daughter, in 1953, Lucy gave birth to her son on the same day that her character gave birth on the series.
Any thoughts on that, Sam?
Are you sure that was his catchphrase?
Yes, dude! Look, I don't want to have to read the rest of this myself.
Okay, well, hold on. What do you think of this instead? What you talking about, Teddy?
Gary Coleman, Different Strokes.
Damn it! Oh!
While Lucy and Desi on-screen appeared loving and committed to each other, their real-life marriage was continuing to crumble. Between having to spend endless hours together on set, before going home to do the same, they never really had a break from their problems. And while just like their alter egos, they would make up time and time again, it was becoming clear that their problems in real life couldn't be resolved as easily as their on-screen counterparts.
And as their relationship continued to deteriorate due to Desi's drinking and affairs, the show began to suffer as well. In 1957, I Love Lucy was rebranded as the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour, and quickly became a shadow of its former self. By the end of the show's 3-year run, it seemed that the sitcom, as well as the couple, had reached their logical endpoint. In 1960, the day after the filming concluded for the last episode of the Lucy-Desi Comedy Hour, Lucy filed for divorce, bringing the 20-year union of Desi and Lucy to an end.
You know, when this show falls through, I don't want you to worry about me.
I won't.
I'm telling you, don't worry. I have lots of backups. In fact, I've just been offered the position of spokesperson for Vitamita Vegemin. Tell me what you think of this. Do you pop out at parties? Are you unpopular? Do you shit yourself uncontrollably? Well, good news, friends. Vitamita Vegemin has the product for you.
What's the product?
Oh, they haven't told me yet.
Despite their marriage reaching its natural endpoint, many say that the two never really got over their affection for each other and remained close friends till their deaths.
And while the union of Desi and Lucy may have wrapped up for good in 1960, their unbeatable chemistry and love for one another can be seen in reruns of the I Love Lucy show, with new audiences still falling in love with the once happy couple to this day.
Very nice, huh?
Okay, so hear me out. How about eat my shorts?
Why, you little...
So, Teddy, tell us about the song. You got some explaining to do.
You already made that joke.
Oh, did I do that?
Do you remember anything that happened in the last half hour?
No, they finally sent me the bottle of vitamin Vegemin, and it messed me up real bad. It tastes like candy, though.
This song, entitled Sitcom Ending, takes place as Lucy and Desi wrap up their final day of filming on the Lucy-Desi Comedy Hour. They both know that it may be the last time they're ever on a set together, and that their marriage is about to dissolve for good. Because of this, emotions run high, and all the anger, love, passion, and resentment that the two feel for each other finally comes to a head as they film their final scenes and bare their souls.
Why don't we ever do that?
Sit back and enjoy Sitcom Ending.
Let her roll!
And action.
Don't you laugh at me. The jokes feel tired and uninspired. Our best memories are all in reruns of the past seasons. 9 years of TV, just gotta rally through the finale. Too long to be free, not through pretending. No sitcom ending. One more scene, dear. Kisses may feel forced soon as we wrap up filing for divorce. Call the shoot up 'cause it's all through. I can't stand to be around you for even a half hour. Minus ads. Much like everyone's still watching, I find myself often wondering about how it ever got this bad. There's a world outside our program, and it's finally time to go. No more feeding insecurities by basking in the glow of the fans who only love you from the you that's on our show. They would leave you in a second if they knew the you I know. Take your final bow. 'Cause when the show's done, so are you. The great failed romances of the 20th century. Someone's gotta show you how they went down. The great failed romances of the 20th century. You can learn the truth if you just stick around.